Welcome aboard, and thank you for tuning in to the Heavy Metal Truckers. We are your hosts. I am Pincushion, and this is Doppler. And in this video, I'm going to show Doppler something because he's not the biggest fan of, well, more along the lines of the core aspect of metal, and these days, I'm not so much either.
Yeah, and now to explain why I'm not, it's because most of them all sound the same.
Mm-hmm.
And I
can
get
agree.
bored really quick.
Right.
I need more variety, and
Yeah.
just the cores just don't give it to me.
And that's understandable. Now, the one thing I do have a fear of is you may have heard of this group before, so I don't know if this is going to be completely no point of doing this, but have you heard the group Gaerea?
I don't know.
So, let me give a small little backstory to this. So, I was in I can't remember if I was in a Discord server where I learned about this, or it was in some comments on something else. I don't remember. But I mentioned how I don't care for metalcore, and I'm just more of black metal. I prefer more black metal. And someone said, "You haven't heard Gaerea, have you?" And I'm like, I have no idea who that is. And they gave me a track, and they said, "Go listen to this and come back." And I did so, and I came back, and I'm like, I didn't know someone was doing this. So I am going to let Doppler check this out and see what his thoughts are whenever it comes to me actually not minding a metalcore. The hilarious part will see being seeing if I can remember which one I first listened to.
You listen to the first one at the top of this list, I think, and a few others.
Here we go. This is one. All right, so this is Gaerea. Someone tell me-
Diarrhea. No, I'm just kidding.
Someone
Gaerea.
let
Yeah,
us know
something.
how to actually say that in the comments. But this is Gaerea Urge.
So first and foremost, I'll start with the vocals. I was kind of torn on the vocals.
Yeah.
Because I could understand him better than the Nocturnal Bloodlust guy, but I still couldn't understand him really well.
He does a lot of like Nurgle style.
Yeah. But he's really good, especially in the second half of that song, of emitting emotion, even which is not. I've said it before when we were listening to Kokashi. That's not a super easy thing to do when doing harsh vocals. But like especially the second half of the song, he was able to do that,
And he does that live too.
I can believe it. I have a feeling that if you took the mask off of him, he wouldn't look anything like you would think he would.
Actually, if I'm mistaken, because I think I do follow him, I can't remember if he's like Portuguese or something.
Yeah, I get the feeling that he doesn't look like
He
you would
looks
think.
like he would be someone that's very much into art.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I based on the way that he was up there and even just emoting through his emotions, I got the sense that he was not looking anything like you would think he would. So I'm torn on his vocals because there's things that I love that he was doing, but then at the same time, I couldn't completely understand him. Now musically, there was a whole lot of really cool stuff that was going
Right?
on. I love the transitions they had going on. They had some really cool transitions going on. I love the melodies, which is weird to say in this style of music.
Well, again, like I said, it's such a thin line. Like, even though they border more into the black metal, there's still elements of metalcore in it, and it's a very interesting spectrum that they're in.
It is. They definitely fall into both sides, and because of it, it gives them somewhat of a unique sound within the core. Which, if you're going to stand out, you've got to do something different. Like, if you do that, I'm going to be far more apt to listen to you, because a lot of these core bands, like I said, they all sound the same, and I get bored. Like, if you're going to do something that makes you stand out, and to an extent, these guys did that. And like I said, musically, there was a lot of cool things going on. I love how they even brought some of the chanting underneath there towards the end. That was really cool.
I thought you'd like that.
I love that sort of stuff. That's one reason why, even though I always get their name wrong, because I don't know how to pronounce it, but whatever. I know it's completely Therion. Yes, they, especially in the past. I don't know about recently. I haven't heard a lot of the recent stuff, but in the past they would use Gregorian chants a lot, and I absolutely loved it. So it kind of got that feel too. So, and it helped create an atmosphere, which, for the most part, the song as a whole had a decent atmosphere to it. But yeah, I mean, for what it is, it was excellent. Like, musically, I very much enjoyed it. Like, I like a lot of what they did in it, and like I said, the only thing for me is I'm torn on his vocals.
Yeah.
But it was definitely nothing against Nocturnal Bloodlust. What they did was great, and I loved. But overall, I feel like this was a little bit better. Even though I love the symphonic parts of what Nocturnal Bloodlust did, I think as an overall feel of a song, this one felt more. What's the word I'm looking for? Not conclusive. Why can't I ever remember words? When things are like together. What's that word? It starts with a C.
Collaborative?
No.
Collaborative?
No.
Cohesive?
Yes, that word.
Okay, there we go.
Felt more cohesive to me. So yeah. No, I could, So where are they from?
I don't recall, but
Oh.
there's a quote I'm wanting to look up because I think you're going to agree with it.
I think it's funny they paint their arms black to kind of go with the whole black.
Oh, and they wear the face masks and
I
everything.
figured they would. I figured they would. Which it looks like it's kind of like their logo, their face mask thing.
It is.
Yeah.
Okay, so considering how you said you've got to stand out, recently I listened to the audiobook of Geddy Lee's My Effin' Life, and I had heard Glenn Fricker mention this quote, and I heard it, and it is beyond true. If you have 3 bands influencing you, you're derivative. If you have 100, you're original.
Yeah, and that's important. That's one thing that I was listening to Love Bites, when we were listening to that, I'm like,
Yeah.
I wonder how many different bands have influenced them, because you can hear a lot of different bands. With them.
Right.
And it is true. Like the more, and that's one thing that is big about Rob Halford, is he does pull influence from a lot of different places, and you've got to do that if you want to stay unique, if you want to stay original, you know, if you want to continue to stand out. So yeah, I would 100% agree with that.
Yeah, exactly.
So you know, and for the most part, they did a good job of that. You know, again, this is just one song, but
yeah.
within that, yeah.
The rest are fairly similar to this, but they do. Yes, similar. But they do deviate some.
Yeah.
So they.
I would assume so.
Yeah,
I would hope so.
They're a hell of a group, and if you want to, because it has been a while since the last album was put out. I think at least maybe a year. If you want to, we could do a review on it, but that's totally up to you.
I'll have to look and see how long it's been in, or if they got anything else coming. But yeah, no, I mean overall it was good. So 2 years ago was her last album, Mirage.
Yeah, nice. All right, well that was that, and we hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope you enjoyed his thoughts on this kind of thing, delving into blackened metalcore or whatever the hell you want to call this at this point. But yeah, until next time, keep rolling heavy.